right now in terms of drawing. So let's go over drawing from the head using a brush pen. This is a different brush pen. A lot of this stuff is going to be toying with shapes. I don't really know what it is that I'm about to draw, right? But I'm going to go over here and just kind of do my best for the most part. And a lot of this stuff right here is what you're doing is you're exercising the mind. There's two aspects to drawing, right? There's the thought out, very, very thought out section of drawing where you are, very much just becoming your own, how do you say, your own guide as far as things go. So I'll give you an example. Um, when I first started drawing, almost everything was just kind of trying to get anything structurally correct, right? And then after you kind of do that stuff, that's always going to be a part of it is kind of structure. But after you do that, you can actually start, kind of when you're free to kind of just explore the stuff when the structure and all that stuff is a how do you say a secondary thing. You can kind of focus on the ideas more, and your ideas are going to be what you cherish, right? We're seeing that now with the advent of like stuff with AI, right? A lot of it is going to be idea based. So ultimately want to lean on your ideas as opposed to uh, just kind of like thinking about like structure and structure and structure. But like again, those ideas have to be well drawn. So you're gonna have to kind of do that sort of thing eventually, right? I know for me personally, and I don't even know what I'm drawing right now. I think right now what I'm doing is I'm gonna draw them into a tree. That's literally what I don't know how that came about. I was just like, hey, I'll just put them into a tree. So that's what I'm doing. Some sort of tree trunk here. And this pen's great, by the way. I'll put the link in the bio here, but the tree trunk right here is just, well, I'm just thinking about anything right now for the most part. I'm just thinking, you know what? And a lot of it is like, okay, I'll put this down. And I'm like, let's see what comes out, right? There is a lot of that as well going on in my head right now. Well, let's see what comes out, right? Let's see what's going on. Is this going to be a good idea or not? And then we'll have to figure it out as we're doing it because most of what we talk about, right, especially you, when you're kind of drawing in your sketchbook and you're kind of going over random stuff, hopefully you have your own batch of ideas as well as drawing from photos. You are kind of thinking of like, what are you going to do, right? Are you going to absolutely what are you going to go over, right? Are you going to go over some stuff you've done before, which can be absolutely good to kind of work that muscle, or are you going to try to practice something new, which is intense as well? It can be very intense to practice new stuff. Um, you are kind of the master of your own domain and kind of how you lead it, and that's the good part about it. You want to get to the point where you can train yourself as you want it, right? As you're doing it, you want to be able to train yourself. So that's just something that is invaluable. Going over here, the brush pen's really good for these kind of organic-y shapes, right? It's really, really good for that. We're throwing main detail, then secondary detail along some of these places right here. Hmm. I'm not sure if I'm gonna fill that in. I'm probably just leave it like this. It looks kind of cool as just line for now, and that's just the kind of mood I'm in today, for the most part. This cool tree. All right, what am I gonna draw behind it? I don't. I have no clue. Let me see. One second. What am I thinking of? It's gonna be some sort of animal, I think. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I am doing right here. I'm thinking of an animal. Again, not really sure which one, but I do want to make it an animal of some kind. Thinking of a kind of a warthog kind of thing, maybe like a pig. Give him a little tusk coming up. I have never drawn a warthog in my life, so I'm just kind of going off the cuff there, right? Just kind of doing this. As soon as I put something down, if I've never drawn it before, right, as is the case in a lot, not always, right, in a lot of these made up ones, like where the ones where I'm literally drawing from my mind, total imagination. I think what I'm thinking of is I'm thinking, how do I make this presentable? How do I hide the fact that I've never drawn a warthog before, right? Like maybe someone might be convinced that I might have drawn a warthog before, right? And you just kind of treat it that way. Dang, I need more ink into this brush pen. I squeeze a little bit, but I can't overdo it. Sometimes when you squeeze these things, that it just comes right out. So you really want to be careful. Stay at the end, by the way, for a secret tip. I'll give you another tip at the end, or secret tip for like a bonus tip at the end. So one thing I really also want to go over here as I'm doing this is your relaxed state. This is what you're doing. What you're doing is you're treating your intuition, right? Your intuition is where you're not thinking as much about something. Mm, I don't like the way it looks, but you know what? That's just what we have to do. That's the luck of it, you know. But your intuition is more, again, what you already kind of know, mixed with just what you're feeling at the time, and kind of like how you can do that. Let's see, he's got to be high up, right? He's got that little bump over his head. But intuition is incredibly valuable to have. You want to have that intuition. You want to be able to do this. And there's only one way to gain intuition. Do you know what that is? Tell me. Tell me in the comments. Write it in the comments before I say it. Write it. I'll wait. The only way to gain intuition is to actually draw. It's through experience. That's how you gain intuition. And something's going to tell you inside, like, hey, this doesn't look right, or hey, this is, the way you do it, or hey, a lot of that stuff's going to be that recall kind of long-term memory where you're just kind of pulling it up really fast. And that's, pretty much what intuition's going to be. So, I mean, a lot of that is, right, is what it is. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's draw something else on the other side of this tree. I don't know what this is going to be. Let me see. What is... I have no clue what I'm doing right now. At all. Like, I mean, no idea. It's going to be like a head, another head. Oh, man. Let me see. It's going to be a dude here, probably. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like... It's just a dude. There you go. Right on. What is this dude gonna be? No idea. Just drawing a dude. Why did I draw a dude? I don't know. I just kind of saw a shape right there. I was gonna do like a circle. I don't know what I was thinking. And then I'm like, it's just turning into a person. If you like these sort of things, by the way, give me some suggestions below, or maybe do you think this tree has a name, or give me some feedback in the comments. A lot of that stuff's going to be really important in the future. I want to hear the fun stuff you guys talk about, or what you guys think. Again, this is a user-driven channel. I really want to make it user-driven. I want to know what you're thinking. I do. I want to know what you're working on. What is it that you... what is kind of your dreams, your hopes for drawing? What is it that you want to accomplish with it? Is there something that you want to do with your drawing? Is it you want to draw a family portrait? Do you want to do you want to do like some sort of job with it? Or I want to hear. I really do. I want to hear what it is that you have to say. That stuff matters a lot to me. I really want to know about this stuff. Pulling down, just kind of adjusting that chin where that is. Hopefully you can see this too. Hopefully it's not too, the brush pen kind of seems a little odd sometimes, I think. So, yeah, pretty decent right there, I think. Yeah. Cool. And then we have to hide this because just to even out the face there. Yeah, but a neck. Angle down. Okay, now I'm thinking. All right, let's take a look. Can we put some more stuff in here? Do we have time? No, it's about 10 minutes. I kind of like it, honestly. I think we're just going to keep it as is and the way it is. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just put a little bit of background just to kind of do that. I think that's really fun. So this background is really, just to kind of give it a little bit of flavor, right? Because the flavor is, important. But let me know what you think. I want to know what you think. The bonus tip I forgot the bonus tip. So the bonus tip is I want you to kind of put some darks over here for the contrast, for the focus. So I'm throwing in, see these dark shapes right over here for a complete, to direct the eye. And then you're going to want to do that as well if you start this. But I recommend everybody start drawing from their mind's eye. So thanks so much. I appreciate it. See you next time. Do me a huge favor. I'm Sketch Monster. Stay sketchy. See ya. Okay, so that was amazing. You finished this lesson, but keep it going. Keep the art practice going by clicking this video right here. It's going to be within the same theme, and you want to keep it rolling to get better and better and better and get that art flow going. So click right here.